Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Inter-Cultural Center virtual visit. Today's virtual visit is hosted by Alona, Tessa, Samantha, and me, Maya, along with Ahmed. And if any of you haven't signed in yet, please do at the link that is shown on the slide, which is already in the chat box. And here's a little overview of what we'll be presenting today. We'll start off with a land and space acknowledgement. Then you guys can meet the CCIE staff and ICC peer facilitators. We'll have a mini community icebreaker activity. And we'll move on to why we work here, what we do at the ICC Inter-Cultural Center, and then we'll give you all a little idea of what we've done in the past, and also hear from you guys what you want to hear for upcoming events along with what we already have planned. And I'll pass this on to Samantha.
I can't hear you, Samantha, even though you're not on mute.
Oh, can you hear me now? Okay, all good. Okay, so I'll say the land and virtual space activity. We acknowledge that Highline College is located on occupied Duwamish, Muckleshoot, Puyallup, and Coast Salish land. Thank you to all First People and Indigenous communities for today's virtual space. We invite you to think about the cities and lands in which you are joining us from today. I'll pass it on to Edwina.
Hello, Highline family. We wanted to take a brief moment for folks who have not had a chance yet to meet some of our professional staff located in the Center for Cultural and Inclusive Excellence. So the Intercultural Center definitely falls under CCIE. It's our student center space, and so wanted to take a few moments to introduce our amazing team. But if I didn't get a chance to meet you yet, my name is Edwina Fui. I use she, her pronouns. You may hear folks call me Eweezy in a few spaces, so I welcome you to also share and call me that if you'd like to. And so, yeah, I get the incredible honor and privilege of working with our peer facilitators at the ICC. And I'll pass it on to Boss Queen.
Hey everyone, I guess that's a nickname that has stuck. Buenas tardes, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Doris Martinez, she, her pronouns, and I serve as the director for the Center for Cultural Inclusive Excellence. I have the pleasure of working alongside these incredible people called colleagues and family every single day. I actually also oversee the Intercultural Center and also which includes the ICC peer facilitators and the same consultants. So our service and mentorship engagement consultants also fall under the Center for Cultural and Inclusive Excellence. Yeah, super excited to have y'all here. ICC is definitely my heart. I wish we were also doing this in person, but this is just as dope, just seeing everyone on the screen. And I will pass it along to La Profa, Betty.
Hi, everyone. My name is Beatriz Vera, but I go by Betty because that is the nickname for Beatriz in Espanol. I am the program assistant for the Center for Cultural and Inclusive Excellence, and as a part of my position, I oversee our community resource consultants. And I will pass it off to GP.
What's up, fam? Happy Wednesday. Good afternoon. My name is Geomar Panello, and I use he, him, his pronouns, and I am the mentorship program's leadership advisor. So I oversee the service and mentorship engagement consultant team, and the peer-to-peer mentorship, and also the service engagement. So if you want to stay engaged, oh, what's up, Georgia GP2? contact me. But welcome.
Thank you, CCIE staff, for the intros. Side note, I know I saw that all of you may have saw my video settings earlier. If you haven't been to the ICC, my current background is the ICC. So, I mean, hopefully, um, we're not sure what's going to happen throughout this year, but I hope you all get a chance to visit this space in person when you do eventually return to Highline. And so, another welcome, and also thank you to ICC for allowing us to share. So I'm gonna pass the mic back to Maya.
Okay, and for the ICC Peer Facilitators, I'm one of them. Hello, everyone. I'm Maya Leonard. My pronouns are she, her, and I just started working here this year. Last year, I was a Highline Running Start student. This is my second year here. I'm studying for an AA psychology in hopes of transferring to a four-year university for my bachelor's. And I started working here mostly because I wanted to bring together my communities, especially as a bisexual woman and having Vietnamese heritage. The ICC does focus a lot on marginalized groups and minorities and supporting them. So I really wanted to be part of this community, be involved, and help bring others together even more. I'll pass it on to Ahmed.
Hi everyone, my name is Ahmed Wais and I am also Inter-Cultural Peer Facilitator at ICC and I go by he, him as my pronouns. And I have joined ICC and I want to know about different cultures, about different communities at Highland and want to get involved in different cultural activities so we can get to know about each other's cultures and everything. And I also want to know about the social justice, things like that by participating in different events. So I will pass to Elona.
Hello guys, my name is Alona. I use she, her pronouns. I'm a ICC peer facilitator from previous quarter, and this is my second year at the Highline College. My goal is to bring a social awareness, social justice and awareness to Highline community, such as BLM, LGBTQIA, global issue like race, culture, public health, or education. And I will pass to Tessa.
Hi everyone, I'm Tessa Hunt and I use they, them pronouns. I've been with the ICC since the winter quarter and I'm at Highline because I'm studying for a bachelor's degree in youth development. And I applied to the ICC partially because of my identity as well as hoping to support other people's identities and just the future goals at ICC would be to promote more LGBTQIA+ topics and Black Lives Matter and other social justice awareness issues. And I'll pass it to Samantha.
Hello, my name is Samantha Tienza and my pronouns are she and her. I'm currently a Running Start student, and why I picked Highline in this job was so I can learn more about social justice events, such as also Black Lives Matter and LGBTQIA+ week, which is coming up soon. We'll talk about it more later. And yeah.
Here we have a little map of the different locations where the ICC peer facilitators are from. For me, I was born and raised here in Washington, but I'm also half Vietnamese. I guess since I grew up here and have been here the most, I feel like that's where I would call home.
And I am actually from Santa Fe, New Mexico, but I was born in California. And my ethnicity is European. So.
I'm from Ukraine and that's it. I'm Ukrainian still. And I pass to Ahmed.
I am from Pakistan and I am an international student at Highline. And I'll pass to Samantha.
I say in the map that I'm from the Philippines, but technically my family is. I was born here in Washington, but I put on the map there.
Okay, now we're moving on to a little community icebreaker event. So if all of you could go into breakout rooms a little later and discuss about what is your favorite cultural celebration or a favorite tradition from your country or in a different country that you've seen and really enjoyed. So let's see, how many participants are there?
We have about 23, so I'll go ahead and maybe I'll just put about 4 or 5 people in each room.
Okay. Yeah, could you go ahead and do that for me? I'm not really sure.
I got you, Maya.
Thank you.
All right. And we'll see you all.
We're back.
Our group talked about the Chinese New Year and Autumn Fest, as well as what was yours again, Ahmed? Didn't hear you, sorry.
Even culturally is it's Eid.
Eid, okay, yeah. And that was ours.
And my group, we also did discuss a bit about the Chinese New Year, specifically the Vietnamese New Year, which is very similar to that. Would another group or anyone like to share what they discussed in their group?
Our group is also sure about of a New Year, but Moon New Year, like a Chinese New Year. And also we talk about Halloween and some Chinese tea celebration and Ukrainian Vyshavanka Day. So it's basically we wear our traditional shirt in particular day of their particular day, and people celebrate it.
Sounds really fun. Would anyone else probably get another person or two? Yeah, Ying, you're raising your hand. Would you like to share?
Yeah. But my favorite cultural celebration is Chinese New Year's because I eat Chinese food with my family here, and when I went to China, they cook Chinese food. When I went to China for Chinese New Year, I get red envelopes for Chinese New Year's. That's what Chinese people get. That's what I mentioned to Tessa in the breakout room.
Yeah, that
And
sounds
things,
fun.
yeah. The Christmas people spend time with family, but like I wish I want to spend some time with friends on Christmas, before Christmas, after Christmas, but it could depend if they have plans for their family or not. But I don't know.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing. I'll share my screen again and I'll pass this on to Ahmed in just a moment. Checking captions. Okay, okay, I'll pass this on to Ahmed.
Thank you. Why we work here? RY, the Inter-Cultural Center is committed to celebrating identities and communities through the manifestation of courageous dialogue and advocacy within a social justice lens. Students are empowered to thrive as social change agents through intentional programming, community building, and peer-to-peer mentorship. Connecting to our mission, we are peer facilitator at the ICC at Highline. The goal of CCIE is to promote culture, awareness, and leadership within the Highland community. We facilitate challenging conversation through a social justice lens, planning and hosting events with topics such as BLM and LGBTQIA. Students can get involved most easily by going to ICC events, staying in touch with CCIE and CLS. And I also want to mention that the Highland has a 40% of students who are from different cultures, communities, and we want to organize events for the different cultures and different communities so that they don't feel alone. Like we have many international students here who are alone on their different culture celebrations. So we want to organize different events and participate to show that we are with them and to work for the better community. And I will pass to Tessa.
Thanks, Ahmed. So I'm going to just be debriefing our previous programs first. We had Just Ask What Pronouns, which I facilitated with Sam Cermeño. And we just talked about gender and pronouns and their importance in collaboration with the Highline Library and LGBTQIA+ task force. We also had Beyond the Cage, which was facilitated by Alona and Cesar, and they talked about the life of undocumented DACA students and how that impacts their lives. We also had several Flick Fridays, which were just movie showings where we had discussions about the following movies. There was Moonlight, which was about intersectionality of being Black and gay in a community, and there was Before the Flood, which was a movie about politics and the environment. And then we had Black Klansman, which was about an undercover Black cop who infiltrated the KKK. And there were also other collaborations. We had a So Just film series event. We watched Whose Streets, which was a really informative video on, or a documentary rather, on Black Lives Matter. And that was in collaboration with the Learning and Teaching Center and Umoja. So those were some of our previous programs. And we actually just decided on our upcoming events this quarter. We'll be talking about the power of your vote, anti-racist work and Black Lives Matter, budget cuts, and mental health. So be looking forward to that. And I'll pass it to Samantha.
And I'll stop sharing the screen. So Samantha, you can go ahead and show the Menti website.
Here's the Menti website. I'll send the, wait, I don't think I can send a link. Can anyone? Or, okay, everyone can go to this website and then just type in the code, if so. 4423681. What future programs would you like to see from the ICC?
Has anyone used Menti before? Just go to the link and type in the code, and then you can suggest some extra programs. We've already decided a lot of our themes for this quarter, but upcoming quarters will have more opportunities for different topics.
Is everyone able to get into the link okay?
I was able to, but I'm not voting, so maybe we've just covered so many good topics. No one has any ideas.
I sent an answer, but I don't think it's showing up.
Yeah, also in the chat, Min said he did put one in. I'm not sure, it's not showing.
There you go.
I think it was because of the image. It was covering everything.
It looks like, oh, intergenerational communication. That's definitely a good topic, especially if we can get a couple older students to come in and talk about their experiences and kind of interacting with a lot of students who might be younger, like for me and Samantha, Running Start students. A mom's programs, that also sounds like a great idea that it's relate to the intergenerational communication. Volunteer opportunities, yes, that sounds like a good topic. And actually one volunteer opportunity that we do have is when we're collaborating with the communities for our college's coalition. They are working to try to prevent budget cuts and actually invest in Washington and community colleges from state funding and legislature. And any student can join the coalition and get involved. Like for me, all I did was sign a petition and I asked what more can I do, and that's how I got involved. So as long as you take the first step, there are many things that you can do out there. There will be opportunities that will definitely be of great benefit. Cuisine or Culture Fest. Yes, actually we do have a ThunderWeek event coming up, Global Community Potluck, where we will share like a cuisine/cultural fest. What is allyship? Yes, that's definitely a good topic that we definitely should keep in mind for future events. More Flick Fridays. Yes. Do any of you all have any movies in mind for another Flick Friday?
And we're actually discontinuing Flick Fridays while we're online, but we'll be doing TED Talks instead on Tuesdays. But maybe for when we go back, any suggestions would be appreciated.
Yeah.
I have one. Is for our Flick Friday for movie, I could choose Despicable Me 3.
Yeah, with like Edwinia put in the chat, feel free to email your suggestions at icc@highline.edu for future suggestions. Definitely, it's hard for us to Flick Fridays now because not everyone, it's a bit more difficult to stream a whole movie through Zoom. Cultural competency training, yeah, movies are great. Cultural competency training, that definitely sounds like one that we could have in future. Maybe something that we could do this quarter if we can squeeze that in, or other quarters. Yeah, these look like great ideas. Thank you for all your suggestions. Okay, and let me go back to the slides to show some events that we have in the future. Okay, checking captions. Okay, it works. And I'll pass this on to Alona.
Thank you guys for sharing your ideas about upcoming events. We will consider those ideas. But right now I want to introduce you upcoming events which coming right now during this week. It's ThunderWeek events, and after ThunderWeek events we will have LGBTQIA week, and after it Disability Justice Week. and we will tell you about our ICC Fall calendar events. So let's start. Tomorrow, as every single morning, we have coffee from 10 till 10:45. Tomorrow we'll have coffee with the pathways. So we will discuss some resources at Highline and help students to navigate their academics and career pathway. After, we will have from 11 a.m. till 12:30 how to start the club. So we will continue to discuss about how to start clubs, and from 12:30 to 4 p.m. we will have Thunderbird Thursday. What is your leadership style? So we will discuss how to be a leadership and explore your own leadership style. And we can send you a link. Someone can send link to the chat, please. And you can check the events, upcoming events for this week. And also on Friday, we have, don't forget about pantry drive-through. So it will be from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. You can drive or walk, and it's outside of building 16. So if you're in a car, just stay in a car and don't go out. And don't forget your mask to put on. And also the campus will be closed. So as soon as you get food, please leave the campus because everything will be closed. And Tessa sent the link about ThunderWeek events. So please check the link and you can participate and go through the link and join those meetings. Yeah, I just talk about those events. And next week we will have LGBTQIA week. So this is a program series of educational events and activities exploring LGBTQIA identity and social justice issues. So, and in addition, we will celebrate and remember the history of the gay rights, of the gay rights movement, and it will held in October to recognize National Coming Out Day. And also we can send the link of events on LGBTQIA week. Here you go. Please check those events and join us. And from October 18th to 22nd, we will have Disability Justice Week. In partnership with Assess Service, Disability Justice Week centralizes the intersectionality of the disability experience through the social justice framework. So also next slide will show them upcoming events. And if we can, and if someone can send them link, you can check those programs. Okay, yes, and please join those days if you're interested in to discuss and listen from guys who will talk about mental health and disability. Thank you. Someone text that someone will join Tiffin. I hope I pronounce this correct. Will join all of them. You're welcome to join all of them. And also, if you have any ideas or concerns, please text to us. And also you can visit our website is ccie.highline.ed/ICC/ and follow us on Instagram. We will post some upcoming events or updates in our Instagram page. And thank you for your participation, and please give us feedback. We will send the link. Yeah, okay, Tessa already sent. All right. And if you have anything else to add, please, you're more than welcome to add anything.
Yes, and does anyone have any questions for the Intercultural Center or the CSIE Pro staff? And yeah, if you don't have any questions now, as Alona explained, we do have our contact info. I feel like icc@highline.edu is the best way to email us. So yeah, please feel free to contact us either right after this event or whatever pops into your mind at some point.
Well, I just wanted to say shout out, thank you so much to our ICC peer facilitators. Um, we anticipated, like, if we didn't take up the whole hour, we really wanted to provide an intentional space just for not just general Q&A, but if folks, have any other questions, or ways to continue the conversation, like, cause sometimes, if we're at the ICC, you just pop in, folks just have conversation not just on how you're doing, but anything that's kind of like in the news. I didn't get a chance to watch the debates last night, but I just kept seeing folks posting about it. And so, like, we talk, it is a season, it's a year of elections. And so I just want to invite folks, if you all wanted to either share on that, or even if it's just other check-in questions. It is Wednesday, we are midway through ThunderWeek. And so this space is for you. We're gonna be chilling here until 3:30. So for our guests that are here, you're more than welcome to stay until that time. But we understand if you need to go to other spaces, then that's awesome. We just really want to thank you for being here and just meeting our team. We are kicking off TED Talk Tuesdays starting next week. So it's just, if you love TED Talks, you like watching different speakers share on various topics, the ICC will be hosting that space starting next week, Tuesday. And so, yeah, thank you, ICC.